So, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a very wonderful day today. So today I want to show you guys I guess my one of my best games in the Littorio, Azure and Littorio. If you haven't already, go through to the premium shop and buy the Littorio, which is on 80% discount right now. So it's a really great discount. Anyway, so this, if you don't know Littorio is essentially a Roma, a tier 8 Italian battleship. And this battleship has a really tanky armor. I will show you guys maybe somewhere after this replay what I meant by really good armor. And yeah, let's just jump into the game. So if we look at the game right now, we are in top tier, so it's a really great matchmaking for us. But we have a carrier in the form of the Ryujo. Now we don't have submarines in this game, so this is really great. We don't need to deal with those pesky underwater, hunters. And if we look at the composition of the enemy, it's actually really soft. If I were to say so myself, right? We have the only hard targets are the Sharn Horse and the Littorio. Other than that, we could just quote unquote blap them easily. North Carolina is a middle grade. It's not really that soft, but Repulse and West Virginia is really soft, especially for us, our 381 millimeter guns. Now, this Littorio doesn't really have the best accuracy, and it also doesn't have much range for a tier 8 battleship. So that's why I run Sansonetti on this ship to give us extra boost of range. I would say I forgot the exact number. I think it's 10% for the first skill. And yeah, it's going to be helpful since we actually only have 18 something range, I think so, right? I cannot see it on the minimap right now. So for the first of all, I decided to go to A. And yeah, we have our Ryujo's AP bombers coming for us, while our Fubuki is screening in front of us. Now the Fubuki shouldn't be that surprised, right? It's or that afraid. It's just a, oops, sorry. It's just an AP bombers, right? The carrier will target me. So you can see here, the AA on this ship is not really that great. The reason why is because the range, all Italian ship have really garbage range actually. I think this one is only 4.6 kilometers of long range AA. So only about 1.1 kilometers difference between the mid range and the long range AA. So it's really short range AA. This will affect us in defending against tier 8 carriers or tier 10s. Obviously, right now we are facing a Ryujo, which I don't think is quite good in dodging flags. That's why we could easily defend ourselves against their AP bombers. But now we are facing the Ryujo's main armament, which is the torpedo bombers, directly heading towards us. While we are talking about the carriers, you can see here there are two destroyers in B, so I decided to take a pot shot on Fubuki, just make sure maybe to reset the cap, and who knows, maybe we could deal a significant amount of damage if this Persian favors us. Now right here I am actually quite afraid of the Littorio in front of you to crossfire us alongside with the carrier and the North Cal in front of me. So I'm really grateful that the Littorio has shot and it's not me. And we managed to dodge one of the torpedoes from the Ryujo, and we are broadside to the North Cal. This is not great because the North Cal has really accurate guns. So his salvo deals roughly 6k to us, which is not really that much, but obviously we don't want to take much damage because I don't have I don't have a 21 captain on my Cincinnati. So if you look at our map, the enemy team has given up on C entirely. So they are pushing B and A. both the majority of their force is actually pushing towards my side. So I am playing a kiting role by kiting and trying to delay the enemy push as much as possible. You can see here the North Cal is broadside, and we managed to get a citadel on him. So the Littorio is actually not a great ship to kite with. So first of all, you can see the angles aren't that great. Second of all, the in the back here, somewhere in the back, just behind the back turret, there is a step deck which catches a lot of shells. So it is really really not that you can easily get damage by reverse kiting away through your stern. So but we don't have any options, right? The enemy is actually pushing really hard on a flank. We have some a DD and a cruiser with Nelson and Corridor backing us, but I would assume that four battleship coming, the California, West Virginia, Horse, and North Carolina, with a possible Littorio support, we might be overrun here. So that's why I am kiting away and just trying to delay the push of these four BBs as much as possible. Now, if I have been shooting this North Cal for a couple while, and he is sailing broadside on. I don't know if the RNG favors him or something. I cannot get any citadels on him. After the first one, you can see there only 3 overpans. Wow. Now you can see that this ship actually doesn't have any great accuracy from that shot, right? Now, I don't know why, but sometimes I have games where the accuracy is all over the place. But there are times where the accuracy is so pinpoint accurate that, you know, I just keep blapping ships left, right, and center. I don't know, maybe like Littorio is just moody or something, right? So you can see there, full broadside, 2 overpen and 1 penetration, only 4,000 damage, and the North Carolina managed to get a heal. So at this point, I really need to turn out and focus on other battleship than this North Carolina because we are at the border. Now looking at our team is pushing the enemy spawn, which is a stupid thing to do. They should just push B, but maybe because their DD is actually our Harekaze is actually pushing the repulse. That's why they are afraid of the Fubuki in B. So I decided to turn out and try to deal with this West Virginia just to reset the cap as well. I am broadside onto them because I feel like nobody is focusing on me except the North Cal, obviously. And the North Cal, I managed to finish off with this salvo, my back guns. So the Ryujo is also coming for me, but I am now angled to both the West Virginia, California, and both of the DD. So I'm actually quite happy with my position. But as you can see, our Nelson have been hunted down by the Fubuki through that choke point, and we are here alone while our Colorado is just running away. So I decided to turn out. This is a really risky turn. If the California shoots me, it can be Citadel because Roma's or Littorio Citadel is actually above the water. And if the West Virginia also pay attention, he will be able to blap me. But he doesn't, so I managed to blap him. Now, right now, I'm really afraid of this Littorio, so I tried to juke his shells by slowing down, but I don't think that he is reloaded, so that's why I just power on through, and he managed to miss me. You can see there. So right now, I am in a lot of trouble. The Gaede, West Virginia, in California is near me, and we only have a Fubuki screening my right side or my starboard side, I think so. And we are in a lot of trouble because I cannot heal that much. You can see on my health bar there, and we are on fire. But luckily we are facing a West Virginia, so our AP can deal huge amounts of damage to that chunky body. But obviously my dispersion is all over the place. But we managed to get four shells hit, two overpens and two pens. Now at this point, our team has managed to completely circle the enemy team and push them into the bottom left corner of the map. I think the enemy making a misplay by pushing us instead of trying to hold B. But I don't know if I were in the position of the enemy. I would what do I want to do? I guess I have done my job by delaying the push, and the enemy canceled the push on A and decided to just retreat and deal with the Harakase, Ziten, and Gokase of my team in the back. Luckily, this Littorio has turned out trying to shoot the Harakase and didn't notice that I have his broadside, and we managed to get a good salvo in. But sadly, the Littorio stays alive in 90 with 96 health. But I think that my team could finish it off. So right now we are looking great. We lost cap. Obviously, the enemy has two caps to our one, but we have 10 ships compared to their six. So overall, we are in a better position. As well, our flanking division of our team, the Harakaze Zeta and Gokase, managed to find the Ryujo out in the open. So I think that they could be able to deal with them, deal with the carrier. Well, so the California, as a slow battleship, is left behind, while the West Virginia, I would say a much faster ship, depending on where they take brisk or not, managed to cut across the A gap, the A island gap, and managed to um, found himself surrounded, which is a stupid idea. And yeah, we have here my last heal, so I will keep on this heal to you know keep the adrenaline rush buff, while making sure that if I were to be in danger of death, I will use the heal. You can see there, California was turned in, and I would still deal about 11k. I think I forgot the number already. Five penetration, so it's a really huge number. It's a five-figure number. That is the downside of this, super chunky American battleship. On one hand, they are extremely maneuverable with a very, very short turning radius, but and on the other hand, their armor is squishy, right? So we have met the Ryujo here. That's why the carrier is doing their utmost best to deal with us. But sadly, we don't have that luxury of dealing with the carrier, because this repulse is actually quite dangerous to us, because of their speed, they could go to our flank and kill us. So we managed to get a high caliber by making 4 overpens on repulse, even though it's broadside. No, so yeah, the accuracy is not that great in this game. But with our adrenaline buff, we reload quite quickly at around 26 seconds, 27 seconds give or take, and we managed to deal quite a huge amount of damage to this Ryujo, as you can see. But we left it at 3400 HP. Now I have used my last heal, and I am on my death, I guess. 13,000 HP left, facing a repulse and a California. So it's really, really not great for us. We got AA defense expert, so that's a good one by killing 35 planes, and we managed to deal small amount of damage to repulse. I would hope that we get a citadel, and no, we don't get. And to rub salt on our wounds, the California managed to shoot HE and set a fire on us as soon as our DCP is on cooldown. So this will be my last salvo, dealing 6k damage, no citadels, before I succumb to my fire. But obviously our team is winning right now, 900 points to the 473 with 3 enemies against 7 of our team. Actually, is it 7? Yeah, 7 of our team. So all in all, I think that this will be a massive, massive, easy win. So, anyways, fast forward to the end of the battle. You can see here, really, really good, good result. We 2.2k base XP against tier 6. Bottom. We are in top tier. It's quite good, right? And we are in top. But our Fubuki actually plays really, really well for tier 6. The bagging 2 kills, and our Nelson is also quite good. So, okay, so I almost forgot. The video hasn't ended yet. This is my captain build right now. I only have an 18-point captain. At that time of the video, it's a bit less. I don't have this option, but because my Luigi is actually also for my Venezia and maybe for my Italian battleship. That's why I have this on. Actually, for Littorio, the HE is so anemic that you don't need this. I would suggest just use the recommended one, this one. I run Brisk, I run Adrenaline Rush, and this trio of survivability. But I probably won't take the super heavy HE just because how much damage fire is the problem for this ship, because your armor is very great, so AP penetration is really minimal, so you will mostly die of fires or HE spam. So I don't want to take this one. I don't know if, let's say, later if I have a 21-point captain, I will rethink what do I want. But I permanently sorry, not permanently, I am thinking of getting this basic of survivability, just so that we don't take that much fire damage. Or maybe this one, the repair party cooldown system, because we will have a huge amount of potential damage as tank, right? And minus 0.8% is really, really great in the long term. But I don't know. Later on, I will think about what build should I use, or maybe I will take Grace the Gears and the emergency repair specialist. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, later on I will think about. But essentially, the reason why I take Luigi Sansonetti is just because of the gun range and maybe some concealed reserve. But as a battleship, it's really hard to get 100 main battery hits. You get some games that you can hit those, but predominantly you will not do it. So this is the one that I talk in the video, the step deck. You can see if you are shooting from the stern, this is a shell catcher, right? Also, your barbette is actually really, really exposed. So if people shoot from the stern, your guns usually break, right? It's easily broken. You can see the armor now, 32mm bows, so Yamato and Musashi can overmatch these. You have a slight cheek protection against cheek citadels, so you could angle slightly in close ranges and not get citadel. You have 70mm upper belt armor. This means that all AP will bounce on this, and most HE will shatter, except for the high penetration battleship HE with a 45mm deck, so a weaker deck. I think Yoshino's, Azuma's, huge cruises and battleship HE will be able to pen this. But just looking at the profile of this, if you are bow on or like slightly on the side, you can see that this deck is really, really hard to hit, except for long range, because of the turrets that take up a lot of space. The turret armor is okay, but this barbette is actually only 350mm thick, so you are actually going to constantly getting turret damage if people shoot this barbette at close range. I have encountered that a lot. So you can see here that the aft deck is also the same at 32mm deck, and the torpedo protection is here. So if we look at the citadel, You can see that the citadel is actually above water, and it's quite large with only 40 millimeter of plating. It's slightly slanted downwards, but it doesn't really help that much if it's really really thin. So that's why even cruisers get citadel, these high penetration cruisers like Petropavlovsk, maybe Riga, Stalingrad, such, or Marseille, with their punchy guns, might be able to citadel this at close range. The deck is really good, so maybe no plunging citadels from above, and maybe AP bombers will struggle with panning this in the deck here and here. But the center deck, I think that let's say Richthofen or Hakuryu could easily pan this one to get citadels. But lower rank CV, like maybe Possible or Shokaku, I don't think so, right? It's too thick with the deck, and this one, I think it's too thick. So it will arm, obviously, but it won't citadel. So it is quite tanky with 65.4 survive health, and but very very low, not very low, but it's quite not quite that high of torpedo protection. That's why you are either dying of fire or dying of torpedoes because we don't have any hydro. So for upgrades, I use this one, accuracy, rudder shift, and concealment. People say the recommended say should be fire extinguishing time, and I do kind of agree, but I want my battleship to feel nimble, and this is 12.5 seconds, right? Without this, I think it's 16 something, and it will turn like a brick. I don't want that. I don't run any flags just because when I'm playing random battles, I don't want to waste money. And yeah, that's all for this video, I guess. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.